Today I'll teach you some really cool, easy to play arpeggios that will build your sweep picking speed. The licks you're going to see and learn are all based upon sweep picking. They are arpeggios, but not the typical arpeggios you probably already know. So if you want to build your sweep picking speed, this video will get you started in the right direction. Example number 1 is a D minor 7th arpeggio on strings 2, 3, and 4, and it sounds like this. All right, now as you're playing this, you'll notice that there is a pull-off right in the beginning, and then we go to here, the root. Now we do a hammer-on, and then we continue the sweep picking back up. So it's a sweep pick up with a pull-off from note 1 to 2. Then it's sweep picking down with the hammer-on right in the beginning there. Now, this arpeggio is pretty easy to play fast, and here's why. First, the left hand, the fretting hand, doesn't have a lot of work to do for any individual finger. So if you notice just the third finger, it plays here, and then it doesn't play again until here. So it has 2 notes in between when it has to play. Same thing is true for the first finger. It's playing here, then doesn't play again until here. So it has 2 notes in between when it has to play another note. Now with the middle finger, it has a lot of time. It has 3 notes in between every time it has to play. So because there are so many notes in between, it's really easy for the left-hand fingers. There's not a lot of work involved for the fretting hand. Now for the picking hand, what you have to watch out for here is that when you do the hammer-on and the pull-off, that you don't have the momentum of the pick stopping, okay? So don't do this. Don't pick the note and then stop the pick and just have it wait, and then it has to restart again to play the next note. Okay, that will slow you down. So you want to keep the pick in motion. It never, ever stops, ever. It slows down after you do this. The pick slows down while it's waiting for the fretting hand to do the pull-off, but it doesn't stop. If you stop the momentum, it will be hard to play this fast. If you keep the momentum going, even though the pick has to slow down, getting the speed will become a lot easier. Example 2 is based on example number 1. It's essentially the same arpeggio except for one important difference. The starting note, instead of being D, the root, it's going to be E, the 9th. So now the chord has changed from D minor 7 to a D minor 9. And this one you might find to be even a little bit easier because the third finger now has 1 note less to play. It had to play 2 notes, now it only has to play 1 in this whole thing, and the fourth finger plays only 1. The picking pattern and the same thing I said about pick momentum are the same. Nothing changes there. Example number 3 is based upon examples 1 and 2. We're just simply moving the highest note from the E note, the 17th fret, to the 18th fret. The rest of the arpeggio is the same. So it's pretty cool. Here's example number 4. So basically what we're doing here is I'm just playing example number 1, the first one I showed you, then example 2, then example 3, then example 2, and then it just starts all over again. We're just combining the first few examples together. That's all this is. Pretty cool sound. Let's take a look at example number 5. This one sounds really nice. So basically what we have here is a series of D minor arpeggios. All right, so the first one is D minor 7. We're actually starting on the 7th. That's C, right? That's D minor 7. And you don't have to do this. I'm just fisting the bridge here. You can do the vibrato with your finger if you like. Either way is fine. And then here we've got another D minor arpeggio, but we've got a G note added. So G is the 11th of a D minor arpeggio. So it's D minor with an added 11th. Here we've got a D minor 7, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5. And then we've got a D minor 7 at the top. So all together, really nice, really cool sound. Let's talk really quickly about how to practice all this stuff. The most important thing is what I said earlier, which is that you want to make sure that anytime there's a hammer-on or a pull-off, that the pick never stops. If you lose the momentum, it's really going to be hard to get this fast and to keep the hands in sync. So that's key. Now in example 5, I took all the hammer-ons and pull-offs out. You may have noticed that I started with an upstroke and then we did down, 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 up. So there's no hammer-ons or pull-offs there. Same thing with the other shapes. However, you can put hammer-ons and pull-offs in there. For example, if we do this, we start with a downstroke, then there'll be a hammer-on, then down, down, and then it'll be up, then a pull-off, and then up, up, and then it would repeat. So you can play something like this. So there's hammer-ons and pull-offs in there. But in the case, if you watch my pick, you don't see me picking and then there's a slight hesitation and then there's more picking and then slight hesitate. That doesn't happen. What you do see, if you slow this down, is you'll see the pick just moves a little slower when there's a pull-off. For example, I'll try and play it slower here. So the hand is still moving. That is key. So let me know in the comments section what other topics you'd like me to make new videos on. I actually made this topic from a comment that someone made on a previous video, and that was the basis for this topic here today. So if you like this video, subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell so that YouTube will notify you when I upload a new video, and click on that like button. If you want to double your speed while cutting your practice time in half, I'll show you how in my new free guide titled Double Your Guitar Speed While Cutting Your Practice Time in Half. It's free. Click on the link below to download your copy so that you can increase your speed on the guitar without having to kill yourself with endless hours of practicing to do so.